Hi, I'm Stuart. I'm one of the geckos in Team Gecko, and hopefully I'll be soon the director of a new film called The Transition of Juliet and Romeo. In order to do that, I need your help, so I'm here pitching, trying to explain my idea in hopes that you'll be excited by it as I am, and help all the geckos and myself to make this film a reality. The film The Transition of Juliet and Romeo is, as the name suggests, a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. It's updated, so instead of talking about the Capulets and the Montague having a big family feud, we're talking about uh, a class divide between Romeo Montague, who is the male clerk in a company called Verona Legal Services, and Alan Capulet, who is the CEO, and Romeo falls in love with Alan's daughter, Juliet. Most of it is exactly like Romeo and Juliet. Um, Romeo's has unrequited love for another girl, and then goes to a party, company party, to which he's not invited, uh, along with his friend Mercutio. They go in there, and he meets Juliet and falls in love. What happens after that? Uh, Mac goes back to the mailroom. Romeo meets Juliet, and they agree to get married. About one third of the way into the movie, we do what Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino did in Dusk Till Dawn, where we flip everything 180, and what you thought the story was about isn't just quite what it's about anymore. And instead of being all about this class divide between Romeo and Capulet, we have this supernatural element, which we've taken from the works of H.P. Lovecraft and some of his outer gods, one called Yog Sothoth, who controls the gateway between different realities. It allows people through, or grants them knowledge, depending on the relationship with Yog Sothoth. So suddenly the situation's changed. Romeo not only has to to just fight off Juliet's family, but there's these supernatural forces that he has to fight his way through in order to save her, because her father is prepared to sacrifice her to get everything that he wants. Uh, our budget, we're looking for £15,000 to make this film, and we're hoping to film it in somewhere in the central Scotland area. Our biggest drawback at the moment is that Romeo and Juliet has a balcony scene, and trying to find a location with the right type of balcony is proving more difficult. We have one location turn us down because we're not a family adventure. We've got a few more we're still waiting to hear back from, and then we'll have an idea of where we're going to shoot this, which office block. Originally we were going to shoot the whole film from Romeo's viewpoint. He would be a bit of a voyeur. He would film everything through a camera and view life through a camera lens. We realised fairly quickly that that was too limiting. There are things that happen when Romeo's not present, and we need them to be told in order for the story to make sense. So we've decided to kind of mix that in with lots of CCTV footage, and we do at the start and the end. We have the police investigating the events that took place in the office building and looking through the CCTV footage to find out what happened there and who's guilty. And at the very ending, we have a surprising twist to that that's related to the police investigation. So we're offering lots of perks for investing in our movie, starting off with just a simple download of the movie when it's made, or DVDs, working your way up to getting to be in, and having a short movie of your own will put you in as a small character, and then we'll write have a small script written using the characters from the movie. You'd have your own short movie that explains your character's background, what happened to them during the events of the movie, and whether they survived or not, and basically the investigation into it. So that's good. And if you give lots of money into the budget, then we're quite willing to allow you to sell the DVDs yourself and make back your money with licensing agreements and that. So yeah, you can make back all your money is the plan. If you're funding at the higher levels, and if you're at the lower levels, then you'll have your own copy. And in between there'll be things like allowing you to share it with lots of your friends, because we believe that good publicity is an important thing for this to make back money at the end. Our intention with profits is that if the movie makes any profits, we're hoping to put that into an account, and that'll be used to fund our next movie, which the script's partially written for, and it's an army movie, and also with a supernatural element. Some of that information about that can be found on our website, teamgeckoproductions.co.uk. One of the perks we're offering for if someone agrees to fund the whole of the movie is that we're quite happy to give them a 1979 military Land Rover as a reward for funding it. But the one term we would have back is that we'd like it back for a year ago. We're quite happy to hire it for that movie, unless they're willing to invest in that as well and give us a load of it back again. But that will be one of the perks. So yeah, that's the movie, that's the pitch. I hope it excites you as it does me. It's a completely new twist on the story. It brings in some really good horror elements, but it's not a horror movie in itself. It's about the relationships between the main characters in this situation. It's not about how much blood or gore there is, although there will be some of that. And it's not necessarily an action movie either, although there will be a lot of action in it, particularly in the latter half. We have a relationship between Juliet and her father, where Juliet's father is prepared to sacrifice her for his own benefits to bring himself power and wealth. We have a relationship between Romeo and Mercutio, or Romeo and Mac, where Mac was prepared to do very bad things until Romeo came along and basically levelled him. We have a relationship between Mac and Romeo and the rest of the workers. The rest of the workers, kind of this middle class, who despise the menial clerks, despite relying on them for the company to run properly. So yeah, that's a real pitch. I hope you're excited. As I said before, please consider investing in us. Contact us if there's anything you think you feel to add more value. We've still got lots of roles in the crew to fill, so if you have skills, hair, makeup, costume, continuity, everything like that, yeah, these are things we're interested in, people to help us out there. So get in touch. Thank you for your time.